And last session, we had started with the closing of the circus, and everyone was in Gwynny's tent. Ulrich had asked to have Gwynny, Felicia, and Dilly take a look at the little statuette that he had found. They all started heading over there, and Dilly kind of stumbled across the mother-daughter duo that Gwynny had done a reading for, and he very much, I'm going to say he invited them, but he mostly like commanded them to come back with their husband and the daughter's fiance to speak with him the next day.
Yes. Yeah. It's a command performance.
Yeah, it was like a quote unquote invitation.
How many invitations you get for someone like Strawn?
Felicia kind of got distracted in the sandbox and started digging, and with the help of Gwynny, they found kind of a large square Valentine's Day pendant. The etching on the front was the same as the image of the statuette that Ulrich wanted her to look at. And immediately upon entering his tent, Felicia started drinking some whiskey that Ulrich thought was normal, but came from the Ravnica Guild. And after taking 4 shots in quick succession, she experienced paranoia, um, being overly happy times 2, and just being weirdly horny for Ulrich.
Right?
Ulrich was to look at the bottle once and
Press a blue streak at his cousin's shoulder.
Yeah, he realized the mistake immediately. Let's see. Gwynny had given Felicia a reading while she was going through this weird whiskey thing. Came up with the 5 of mirrors, the 7 of swords, and lightning in a bottle untamed. And Dilly took it upon himself to take the whiskey to Joel as a peace offering. Joel failed his history roll and just thought it was a normal bottle of whiskey. Felicia was eventually convinced to use Identify instead of being weird. And after 10 minutes of hummina, 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 she realized that the statue had been imbued with hundreds of planar bindings to keep Little Git bound to the circus, after which Gwynny kind of connected the dots and realized that the circus is a phylactery for the people working there. It's storing their souls, and everyone who currently lives there will die if they try to leave. She also suggested that they need to maybe not fully forgive, but definitely make peace with and speak to Gloria and Joel. And Ulrich got real pissed off, and he just wants to know how the fuck this situation got started and how the fuck to end it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Legit.
And that is where we left off. So everyone is still in Ulrich's tent.
Are you muted?
Oh. Dog, were you saying something?
He's trying.
Yes.
Yes, what?
I'm gonna send you a DM.
Okay.
He's putting it in your DMs.
I mean, when doesn't he?
You like it.
Oh dear. Ow. Ba-ba-da. Okay, let's see here. Alrighty. So, in Ulrich's tent, Felicia, go ahead and roll a 1d4.
Are you lying? You sound like you're dying.
Breathe, man, breathe.
Don't die.
Oxygen's for pussies.
Oh my god.
I'm a pussy.
I'm not gonna lie, I have actually been enjoying my newfound relationship with oxygen since I stopped smoking.
I've been
Alright.
smoking the last week. It kind of sucks.
Aw. Okay, so that's a 3. Alright, so thankfully your paranoia and horniness. Oh god. Your paranoia and horniness have abated.
It's sad. I'm back ahead. Oh my god.
You are still a little overly happy.
Well, shit.
You okay, honey?
Everyone good?
I'm just dandy. I'm happier than a two-pecker puppy in a stud farm.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's not good for the puppy. Just say it.
It might be. You don't have two penises. You don't know.
You see
don't
Winnie
know.
just tilting her head to one side because Winnie.exe doesn't work with that particular analogy.
I'm assuming the work is outside
Mm-hmm.
beating up training dummies.
What is Ulrich doing?
Outside blowing training dummies and stuff like that.
Shit.
Because he just found out he's trapped in a phylactery.
He's going to go pound salt for a while.
That's a good plan. And what are the rest of you doing? You've just seen Ulrich kind of at the revelation. He just kind of stomps out of the tent and he's beating up his sand.
Look, Winnie, Dilly's gone and Ulrich's outside. I got two ideas. One, we can let him beat it out of himself and we can dig. Or we can maybe go talk to Joel and Gloria.
I don't think we can talk to Joel and Gloria. The last time we tried, Joel kicked me out, and Gloria started screaming and wouldn't stop. And by screaming, I mean peel the paint off the walls, melt your earwax, cross your eyes, and cause your teeth to fall out screaming.
Shit, I just put my teeth back.
Right?
Fuck.
Well, to be
Yeah,
fair, after Dilly gave Joel the whiskey, he did return to the tent, so he was there to kind of hear that it's a phylactery and all that fun stuff.
So what you thinking there, Dilly?
Hold
That's true. He
Hold
may
on.
have, just oozed in.
I don't know if they see me
Oh, okay.
come in.
So maybe you want to dig?
I mean, we can. It's also been kind of a long night. We probably should get a little bit of rest in us before this all starts all over again.
Well, go ahead, you guys. I'll wait.
What you want to look for?
I don't know. What do you think is out here anyway? I mean, I heard they found a sword, and that couple did find the ring they wanted. I don't know. Maybe we could find something that would give us some kind of luck. We could sure use some luck.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. To Felicia, I think a picture of her dad would be what she would be thinking of as lucky.
Gwenny's looking for anything that looks like it might have one of the symbols on her cards on it.
Oh, they're digging through the side?
I mean, are you guys wanting to head out and dig? Because the circus is closed. However, kind of like Gwynny said, this is definitely time for resting, but Felicia's very much in a digging mood.
We'll dig
Oh
for an
yeah,
hour,
so
Felicia,
happy.
okay, and then I gotta rest.
Yeah,
I
that
know you
sounds
don't
good to
need as
me.
much rest as I do, but I got to rest.
Well, yeah, I always forget what it's like to be alive.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to do all those tedious things: rest, eat, poop, all that stuff.
You know, I never thought I'd be jealous of somebody being able to poop.
Uh,
I
Bitsy can tell you it's not fun to learn how.
know she's walking around with toilet paper stuck to her foot and shit. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, we should ask her to help us dig.
Can you like use your little people things?
Oh, sure, no problem. Oh, Bitsy,
Oh, yes. Hello, Gwynny dear.
are you busy?
Well, I was just setting up breakfast. Did you need something?
I didn't need anything. If you weren't busy, I was going to ask you to come join Felicia and I. Were in Ulrich's tent. We were going to dig for a little bit.
Oh, well, I'll go ahead and finish setting everything up, and then I will join you.
All right, sounds good. We'll wait for you to show up here.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So,
You know,
go ahead.
I think Bitsy's got to be the most chipper person I ever met.
I mean, she was always an incredibly chipper um, marionette, so I'm not surprised that it transferred over. And it's a vast improvement over who used to inhabit that block.
Um, was she made like that, or do you think that like before she was Bitsy, she was like just as happy? Or do you think maybe she was cursed to be happy because she was like an evil asshole or something?
I think she was made like that. I believe that Joel made her to be what he believed Dilly. No, she's older than that. He made her to be what he and Gloria needed, and then remade her to be what Dilly and I need.
Well, that's kind of creepy. I mean, there used to be these stories back when I was alive, of this kid that could like I don't know, he had like some really bad attitudes, and like if you was talking too much, he'd make your mouth go away, or if you seen something you wasn't supposed to, he'd make your eyes like they go away. There's no eyelids, no eyeballs, no nothing, just like whoop, and it's all flat and shit.
Well, unless Joel knows how to do things that I don't know that he knows how to do, which don't get me wrong, I'm sure that he does. He only does the creation and adjustment thing to the marionettes, as far as I know. Leastwise, as long as and she pauses and stops, realizing that she and Dilly have very definitely been adjusted over the years.
Why'd you stop talking?
Well, it's not true, is it? understand why they did it. I hate to admit it. And
You can understand why she didn't want me coming here because, I mean, and why go through all the hassle of doing like immoral stuff to have
maybe she
access?
didn't want you. Maybe she didn't want you bound.
Well, it's a little bit late for that, ain't it?
It is a little bit late for that, but she tried.
All right, and both of you
Well,
go ahead and roll perception for me. Because Dilly definitely snuck in, and he's been listening to this entire conversation.
oh look, I
24.
found more sand.
Yeah, Felicia, you're still like, I want to go dig, and maybe a little distracted as to like, well, I'm bound to the circus. That fucking sucks. Uh, Gwynny, you absolutely know that. Maybe you don't know when he came in, but you know that he's there.
Oh, I mean, he's my brother. I kind of sense him when he comes in, even if he's being sneaky. I'm not going to say anything though. He's being sneaky for whatever reason, and I'm in the habit of respecting it.
All right. So are you guys heading out to the dig site?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to
Oh,
I'm going to kind of
Okay.
dawdle a little bit till
Oh,
Bitsy joins us.
go ahead, Doug.
Um. So upon hearing some of this stuff, Dilly, his little cat mind's working. So he understands that the circus is a phylactery, right?
Yes.
And Dilly has a rudimentary arcane understanding of phylacteries.
I mean, he
So
makes
first,
your buttons are phylacteries.
so what he's gonna do? I'm gonna attempt to sneak out because
just cuz.
once it
All right, I'm going to need 2 more perception rolls, ladies.
Okay.
you know, I just thought of something that would be super lucky.
What's that?
A new shirt for Upside Down Bob. He's going to be coming tonight.
Yeah, that could be good. Not quite. I don't quite see it.
Okay. So you guys kind
Maybe
of
we
walk
can
out.
find.
You guys kind of walk out before he does, and he slips out behind you.
Maybe we can find one of them reversible shirts so he's never inside out.
How about a
so
turtleneck? I mean, people, you can't tell the difference on a turtleneck.
I agree.
All
a
right.
Hawaiian shirt,
Oh my god.
All right.
It's just got print no matter which way
Hawaiian
you're wearing
shirt,
it.
Hawaiian print.
All right. So you two are kind
I,
of milling and waiting around for Bitsy. Dog, what are you doing?
so then after he sneaks away, he's thinking and remembering of the time that him and Gwenny did venture out of the circus and the feelings that they got of needing to get back.
Okay.
So with recent things that have happened with Dilly, he's headed to the front gate.
Okay.
Do we see Ulrich out there pounding salt?
Oh yeah. I feel like he's got a shovel, but he's not really digging with it. He's just kind of like slapping the sand with it, and then sometimes he's like pulling up a little shovelful and like throwing it over his shoulder, but mostly he's just freaking out.
Hey, Ulrich,
What?
where's a good place to dig?
Anywhere. The whole place is full of stuff.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude.
He's sour as lemonade, man.
I'm sorry. And you see him literally drawing enough breath, his chest kind of inflates a bit, and when he exhales, it forces enough to lift his trunk up a little.
You okay, dude?
No, Gwenny, I'm not okay.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Considering you're in the same boat I am, probably not.
You need to get drunk?
Maybe. Really?
Some of the fruits on the tree will do that, and they'll fuck you up.
What I really need is something to fight.
Okay then.
Any chance you can whip up some training dummies in here?
I can't, but I'm pretty sure Dilly can. Yeah, no, I know Dilly. Yeah, if when Dilly gets back, he and I can together.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna dig some to turn my head a bit.
All right, we're kind of looking for a good place to dig. We kind of want to dig a little bit before we take a rest. You want to point us in the right direction?
What are you looking for?
Well, I was looking for something that would give us kind of luck.
Necklace or something?
Yeah, maybe something with one of the imprints of one of my cards on it. And Felicia wanted something that would help out backwards Bob.
Well, I don't know how this place decides to give you what you need. I'm not entirely sure how this place works entirely. Bertrand?
And you see a marionette who, again, is dressed like the hunter from Jumanji, and he marches up and gives you a salute. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you remember that couple that came in looking for a wedding ring?
Yes.
Where did they find it?
Oh, I believe it was. Well, they didn't go too far away from the. And he's pointing kind of almost absently, he points in one direction and then he points in another direction and then he goes, "Oh, sir, I apologize. They went a lot of places."
Don't know that then. I guess just pick a spot and start digging. I guess if you really want it, you'll find it. I don't know.
All right. And I'm going to take Felicia by the shoulders and tell her, "Stick your arm out, honey." And then I'm going to spin her around. And when
I'm
she
gonna
falls
walk one
over, we're
way.
going to go that way.
I'm gonna say roll a d3, just to eliminate pointing at the entrance of the tent.
Okay.
It's a full circle, isn't it? I mean,
Uh,
it's a big, giant circular dig,
Yeah.
right?
yes, but if she were to, essentially point towards the exit, there's no digging area between the entrance of the tent and where you are now.
Got a 1.
Okay, that's gonna be north. You're going north.
North to Alaska. Here we go.
I might as well go with them.
Alright.
You two expecting anyone?
Just Bitsy at some point in time and Dilly at some point in time.
All right, Bertrand.
Yes, sir.
You know who Bitsy is?
Yes, sir. Of course I do.
All right. When she gets here, just point her in our direction.
And he kind
And
of
I guess
he clicks his heels together a little bit and salutes you again, and then goes to
and
stand
same with
guard by
Dylan.
the door.
Just that way, I guess if we're not done by the time they get here, then we pointed where we're at.
Sounds good.
All right, and as you guys head off to the North Sands, Dilly, you are heading towards the circus entrance.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Because there's times where he's kind of walking, not aimlessly, just if you looked at it, you could tell he's thinking about something. So yeah, he's going to the entrance,
Two-handed mode.
this little experiment in his head, and when he gets to it, he's gonna exit the circus.
And right before you walk through that curtain, you hear Polly, because you just passed the ticket booth, and Master Dilly. Hello.
Yes, Polly.
You are leaving?
Just for a moment.
It should.
Would you like to come with me?
She kind of like she doesn't really have a lot of expression other than smiling and being like a good customer service face, but she kind of like points at all of her strings that keep her in the ticket booth at all times.
Oh, is she? Oh, she's strong. I didn't know that.
She's just kind of like, eh.
I thought the only strong one was like Anton. So okay, that's cool.
Yeah, she just lives in the ticket booth.
Understood.
Well, as
Right.
long as it is only a moment.
Why is that, Polly? Do you know something?
Well, you cannot leave for much longer than a moment.
Perhaps. But maybe I'm different.
Maybe,
Yes?
maybe not.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I will see you soon.
You know what? Polly,
Yes,
you're very smart.
sometimes.
Maybe I'll go talk to Joel.
You are not leaving?
Not yet.
Okay. Just blank, vapid smile.
So, it hasn't been long since I last saw Joel, right? This conversation that went through. It's the same day.
Yeah, it's within the hour. Like, you left him maybe 30, 45 minutes ago.
I'm gonna go back down there and back into the tree to the infirmary.
Okay, let me... Hold on one second. I need to roll him. Boop-a-doop-doop.
Meta, I don't know if Polly's pointing me somewhere or what, but
No, she was just observing things. She's a ticket booth girl. So this is total meta.
understand.
She's a ticket booth girl. She's never really been told not to talk to you guys about stuff.
Right.
To do 2d4. 1 and 3. All right. So that's paranoid. Oh, good. That's a great mix. Hold on. I need to make a note of this. All right. So you go back down the main promenade and you get into the tree, and I'm assuming he's still in the infirmary, so I'm assuming that's where you're going to.
Yeah.
All right. And when you enter the infirmary, you see Joel taking a shot of the whiskey.
All right.
And when he sees you come in, you see absolute fear cross his face, and then it turns into a scowl. He has had 2 shots, and he rolled paranoia and anger.
Nice. That's great.
Dilly, hello. What are you doing here? You were just here.
What?
Did you forget something? Do you want your whiskey back? Here, take it. And he like shoves the bottle at you.
Whoa. Relax. I don't want that. You know I don't drink.
Well, I drink. I drink.
All right.
I drink.
Joel, do you need a hug?
Why? So you can stab me in the back?
I would never stab you in the back, Joel.
I don't want a hug.
In the back, that is.
But you would stab me, I knew it.
If necessary, of course I would.
What do you want, Dilly?
I would like you to calm down.
He tries to take a couple of deep breaths, but it looks more like he's like forcing himself into hyperventilation.
All right. Let's have a talk, Joel.
All right.
I have a question. Were there
Yes.
instances where you and Gloria needed to speak to one another in complete privacy?
In which we wanted to, or in which we were able to? That is. Those are two different questions.
Able to, Joel.
Yes.
How?
Why?
Why must you be so difficult?
Why? Why are you making
You're
me feel
no.
like you're gonna hurt me?
Because I look this way. You chose me to be here. You're not used to me by now?
I'm incredibly used to what you look like, Dilly.
What? What? No, I didn't catch that.
Oh, sorry. There was a big stupid. This guy and his fucking motorcycle, man. But Joel's like, I am incredibly used to what you look like, Dilly. It's your attitude that's bothering me.
Oh, also, well, you had a great hand in creating that, didn't you? Let's get beyond that, Joel.
Fine.
How did you do it?
Well,
Because I need to speak to you
uh,
privately.
oh. Oh, well, why didn't you just say so in the first place?
Because I'm used to having to speak in fucking riddles all the time.
No, you're used to having to decipher riddles all the time. Again, difference. Words are
Yes.
important.
Hmm. Perhaps if I'd gone to real school, I would know that.
Real school. Oh, like the other children, the ones that absolutely would have thrown rocks at you.
Maybe. Anyway, privately.
Fine.
Privacy. How do we do it?
Well, we go downstairs.
Lead the way.
Ah, I
You should
fine.
probably save that whiskey to enjoy with when she's better.
You know, I've never actually felt this way after drinking. I I don't think I'm a whiskey man.
Put it on a shelf for a while then.
Fine. And he kind of takes it with him though, because he doesn't want to like just put it on a random infirmary shelf. And he
Right on the
leads
infirmary shelf.
and he leads Dilly back into the tree elevator, and kind of in the way that uh when Dilly and Gwynny sort of took over in a sense, they got access to a lot of buttons. You see that when you're with Joel, there's a weird amount of like there's an almost seemingly infinite amount of buttons. They cover almost every panel of the elevator.
Alright. I will take that into note.
And he presses one, and rather
Impressive.
than not
You
feeling
still have
anything,
power
well,
here.
I made this. I made the tree.
Hmm.
Gloria and I made it, and
Indeed.
we definitely still have rooms in it.
Alright.
Now, one moment, please. And he's like looking at all the different buttons, and to you, they're all blank, except for the ones that you have access to. And he finally
Mm-hmm.
presses one that's like in a lower corner of a panel. And rather than, you felt three very distinct things in the elevator. Either you move slowly, either up or down, or it doesn't move at all. So the up and down is considered two things. The elevator drops to the point where your feet are sort of leaving the ground.
Sweet.
And when it stops, you settle down, you don't fall, and the doors open, and you realize that this floor is literally just a tiny hut.
Nice. It's just a tiny hut.
Well, yes, after you.
Like, is this like permanent or? All right. I'll go in the hut.
And he doesn't answer you right away. He waits until the elevator doors shut behind you guys as he joins you. Yes, it's permanent. Thank Gloria for that.
I will.
What did you need?
Joel,
Dilly?
what if I were to say I no longer have a soul?
Well, then I would ask you where it went.
That's not important right now.
I mean, no better place to talk about it, really.
You can determine or decipher where it went, I'm sure.
Dilly, there are two places it could have gone, and I really hope you did neither one of those things.
Well, I did.
Who?
Well, who's my mentor, Joel?
Oh, well, at least it's the lesser of two evils. How'd that happen then?
Perhaps. Sorry,
He said, how'd that happen then?
I'm determined to save those who I care about.
Well,
Is the soul what binds us to the circus?
ah, yes. However,
And if I, however,
you went about it the wrong way.
well, it's done. So we still have to go forward, regardless.
That's yeah.
Please help me understand this.
What?
And
No, go ahead.
for the
Sorry.
first time in a long time, Joel would see Dilly almost pleading. I mean, if he could not look as ferocious as he does, he does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Almost smaller.
Oh, dear Dilly. Have you spoken to him since it happened?
Yes.
What did he say?
Nothing of any. Hold on, I'm putting the dog out.
No, you're fine.
And the thing he broke for his leash. There we go. Come on. Nothing of any significance, it seems. I think I understand all the riddles and where they come from.
And Joel is
Well,
like trying very hard to like curb the anger and paranoia that he's feeling. He's like pinching the bridge of his nose and shaking his head. Dilly, the only reason that Gloria and I were opposing players for as long as we have been is because we both did the exact same thing you did.
fantastic.
No, that's also the only thing that kept us both alive for as long as it has. You've made yourself the only player. Everyone else is expendable.
How do we fix it? What does this stupid game.
Well, I'm honestly telling you I don't know what the game is. It's between A and H, but they need the players. And if only
How
one
do
of
we kill
them
them?
has a player, how do we what?
Kill them. Make
Dilly,
them go away.
if I
Put them in a
knew,
button.
if I knew, oh Dilly, if I knew, it would
Let's
have
put
been
them in a
done.
button.
You want to put them in
How
a
can it
button?
happen? Sure. Even one of them.
Well, first you'd have to get them physically here. They don't do that.
Not often.
And after the last time you were in the same room physically, they, I can only assume, made a point never to do it again.
We almost had him.
Exactly. They're not gods, they're just bigger than us.
Afraid. They're afraid.
Well, they've been using us like chess pieces for who knows how long now. I can only
How do we get out of this? Is there a way? There has to be a way.
Dilly, I wish I knew. Your best option is to put someone else in the same position as you are before things crumble.
What do you mean?
How much power did you get when you did it? A lot, right? It felt good.
I feel that I have lots of power and I don't know how to use it.
There are two players for a reason. They must work with and against each other. Exploit the working with.
You're saying I must. Gwynnie must also sell her soul?
Well, considering that there, before you did this, were 4 players, it doesn't necessarily have to be Gwynnie. If you want to save her, I would suggest you don't let it be Gwynnie.
I don't want it to be anyone.
Then you're all going to die here. Well, except you. You'll just be alone.
What of the pact I made?
What of it?
I sold my soul on the condition everyone lives and escapes out of here.
Did you shake on that deal? Did you do anything to ensure that he would keep his part of
We
the deal?
shook. We did shake.
That's more than I got. Well, you might have something there.
Might.
Dilly, I want out. You've rebound me. And
I'm sorry for
since
that.
you have Gloria, no, I understand. But the fact of the matter is, I don't have that power any longer.
What if I were to find a way to give it to you?
Well, then you'd just be kind of ping-ponging back and forth between one pact and then the other, and it could get messy.
You still retain? Do you still retain your soul? No, he does not.
No, he
Never
doesn't.
mind. This is very messy.
Fact, yes, it is. If
What
not
do you
Gwynnie,
suggest?
well, if you
At
want to
least advise me.
you want to save everyone, that's unrealistic.
I want to do the best. Want to make the best decision I can, Joel.
Well, then you either make a similar deal with A, or you find someone else who's willing to do so.
I already made a deal with A. Please elaborate.
Then make a similar deal with H. Or find someone else who's willing to do so.
I have nothing to bargain with H.
Then it would be the second option. Find someone.
Must be. Do they need to be willing?
Well, yes, that is kind of how it works. Though I will say H is rather manipulative and persuasive. They might not start out wanting to, but you've tasted the power. Tell them what it feels like.
They very rarely make appearances, but it's possible. How would that happen? Do you think? How do we set a trap?
And Joel kind of.
What is something they could not resist?
Joel kind of clenches his eyes shut, and you can tell he's battling with something internally.
Joe, I would die to set you all free.
I know you would, Dilly. I'm hoping we can find a way that doesn't have to happen. However,
We're out of options. I'm tired. I either live or die. I mean, we all either live or die.
I'll need to wake Gloria up. It won't be pretty, and I'd like to do it on my own, but she has a unique connection to H. She can at least
Yes.
get him here.
All right. How do we keep him here?
That's up to you and your friends.
If you're tired of this, after all of these years, as much as I am, please become a part of this.
I can only spread myself so thin, Dilly, and
Are you tired, Joel?
incredibly.
Would you like to be truly free? And hopefully alive, but truly free?
Truly free and hopefully alive are two different things, but yes, truly free is number one
Well,
on the list, really.
I'd rather be truly free and dead than live in this anymore.
Fine. It still stands. You need someone to make the other pact with H.
Yes. Is that the bait, perhaps?
No. Gloria and Felicia are the bait. I will help in as much as I can by keeping them safe when H comes.
All right. Thank you, Joel. Remember, you've made me who I am.
And please understand that while I regret a lot of the things I've done to you, I do not regret bringing you here or raising you.
Thank you.
Are we done? I hate this whiskey.
Yes, it was supposed to make you horny.
I'm sorry, what?
We should go.
And they get back in the elevator while we swing back to the dig site. What are you guys doing? Well, also, Bitsy is just now arriving at the tent.
Okay, I'm going to meta something really quick, like, and take us out of immersion for just a moment by saying that there is an ambulance and a fire chief and a couple of other official vehicles here. Somebody collapsed on the ground out in front of the office of the hotel.
Oh God.
And Bogey has been going fucking nuts for the last, 15 minutes or so. So I heard about maybe 20% of what you guys said. Definitely going to listen to the replay to refresh myself on this. And if I say something that goes against what you're saying, please let me know, because he's just now shut up for the first time.
Okay, not a problem. Are you guys okay?
We're fine. Whoever it is collapsed out by the soda machine, and they're taking care of it. They're doing their jobs. The dog being dog.
Not that dog, the other dog.
Okay, no, not a problem. I hope they're okay too.
I do too. Nothing we could do to help other than stay out of the way.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Some fellow is walking around in front of our rooms on his phone, just kind of meandering.
Oh,
So not helping.
Lucky Louie.
And it's making things even worse with both.
Anyway, so sorry about that. We were muted the entire time and heard about 20% of that. And I'm sorry, because I didn't hear it all, because Dog was doing a fantastic job and you were giving all kinds of lore, and I'm pissed.
Oh. No, not a problem. Honestly, for immersion's sake, it's almost better that you didn't hear all of it.
Okay,
But yes,
fair enough.
I will curb if anything is brought up that goes directly against it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, we're back at the dig tent, and Bitsy has just entered and has been pointed in your direction by Bertrand. And she's
Okay.
kind of like, she's wearing flip-flops, which weren't a good idea, and so she's kind of like slogging her way through the sand after you guys.
I mean, flip-flops on sand makes sense.
She's also just not used to like shoes or human feet or walking without like marionette joints
Or sand, because
or
walking in sand is so
sand.
fun. Yeah.
She's struggling.
Right? So I look up and say, "Oh, hi, Bitsy. Over here, honey."
Oh, hello. I'm coming. And she eventually like takes her flip-flops off and starts like high stepping her way over to you.
Sand is kind of hard to walk on, isn't it, hon?
I don't like it.
Well, it can be fun. You should try sliding down one of the hills. Dig your heels in, and then just let yourself slide down.
And that's supposed to be fun?
Yes.
Oh. Maybe later.
Okay.
Did you find any treasures?
I haven't yet. Did you, Felicia?
I mean, do
Uh,
some for just random bits and bobs. You know?
do you consider finding more sand, Lucky?
I mean, it depends. What kind of sand is it? Is it red or white or green or blue or pink? Yes. If it's plain old sand color, probably not.
Oh, I'm just going to throw the sand over my shoulder.
Anyway, we don't know what we're digging for. We don't know why we're just digging. Would you like to dig with us?
Oh, yes. How does one dig?
Well, Felicia does it her way, but this is the way I was doing it. And I proceed to sit down on the sand, sort of cross-legged, and use my hands to scoop sand to one side, and then scoop sand to the other side, and then scoop sand, back and forth, like a kid does in sand.
I look over from where I'm going and say, there are tools at the end. There's toolkits at the entrance. Lots of them.
Would you get us some?
Bertrand!
Yeah, yes,
Just
sir.
use a
You just hear
molder.
him like yelling from near the entrance. Yes, sir.
3 of the standard toolkits, please.
Aye. And within like 30 seconds, you see Bertrand like juggling 3 toolkits, and he's just like running as best he can over the sand to bring them to you.
There are other marionettes, aren't they? Aren't there?
Yeah, there are, but you just keep calling him.
Because he's his name I've learned.
Marionettes take things and directions very literally.
No, I don't
Just using molders.
Billy assigned him 6 marionettes.
Yeah, but he only asked.
Okay.
He said, "Bertrand, bring
I'm
the
just-
things." So Bertrand's
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
the things.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, there you can very much see like other marionettes are kind of milling around, like they're raking sand over the dig pit to make sure it's back to kind of a uniform look. But Bertrand's the only one running errands right now.
Alric,
Yeah.
why do you keep calling him? He has to do it all?
He's the only one whose name I know.
Well, why don't you ask him what the names of the others are?
Okay. I'm still getting used to it.
Communication. It works.
Oh my god,
And he's just grabbing his. Wait.
that's the best excuse ever.
Okay. As Bertrand comes up, I take the toolkit from him and pass him out, and say, Bertrand,
Yes, sir.
first of all, what are the names of your fellows here? Just the other 6 and the other 5 here in this tent.
Oh, well, I am Bertrand. There is Bertrand 1, Bertrand 2, Bertrand 3, and Bertrand 4.
Asshole.
We are the Bertrand brothers.
This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
The sixth one is Pumatso.
Just a totally unpronounceable name.
Pumatso was the Furbog shopkeeper from Critical Role 2 that had 3 simulacrums. So there were Pumatso 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay. All right. From now. All right. Bertrand,
Yes, sir.
you're second in command. Answer only to me. If multiple errands need to get done, disperse them amongst your brothers.
Aye, aye. And he
Okay?
salutes you.
That's standing orders for me.
Very good, sir.
So that means we have Bertrand Alpha. Bertrand 1, 2, 3, and 4. Who is the 6th marionette?
Yeah, I asked for the other 5 names.
Right? We got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he's Bertrand Alpha. So who's number 6?
Bertrand 5.
Oh, Bertrand 5.
Yeah,
All
just
Timothy.
lazy ass dick.
Oh, now you're eating? Of course. I haven't touched this food at all.
I love you, Dippy.
Don't ask me for names on the spot.
I have a random table book. Would you like some names?
Nah, I like Bertrand.
3,
It
4,
just
5.
seems like the perfect name for a British, human.
It's perfect. I love it.
Human.
All right, so you all have your digging tools.
I'm assuming Ulrich just has some he keeps in his pack.
Are there tiny little the tiny little tool roll with the paintbrush and the picks and the little teeny deep trowel?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys through how to use this shit.
Oh, all right. So we're taking a crash course in how to archaeologically dig.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Setting up stakes, rolling out lines, going in layers. Yeah, the whole bit. Making a grid.
All right. And hold on one second. Let me.
I'm doing that and then doing molders so that it's quicker.
Right? And I'm just using the paintbrush to brush away the sand here and there, everywhere. Not actually doing anything
Okay.
ambitious, or constructive.
Well, no wonder you haven't found anything.
All right. So, let me see here. Felicia and Gwynny and Ulrich, are you just teaching or are you actively trying to like look for something too?
I am doing both, taking time to teach, but
Realizing that we don't learn very well.
they're first year college students, first year interns on their first dig, and he's treating them that way.
Okay, so Gwynny and
Oh,
Ulrich, go ahead and roll investigation at disadvantage because Gwynny's like half-assing it and Ulrich is distracted.
I naturally have investigation at advantage.
So he rolls a regular then.
Just yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll regular.
And
oh, go ahead.
in the back of my head, I have not verbalized this, but I am looking for something that will do two things. Help me gain freedom and take revenge on Mr. A and Mr. H.
All right. So go ahead and do those rolls. Felicia, because you are using mold earth,
17.
go ahead and just roll straight investigation. And sorry, what was that, Steven?
He got a 17.
Okay.
My passive is 11 on investigation.
Oh, God.
I nat 20 and got a 2. So I get a 3.
Yay! All right. So
you can use my passive if you want to, 11.
I mean, my own passive is 16, so
we could use the 11. Just yeah. I mean, you're not finding anything, unfortunately. You're
You're not putting a pick in your hand.
you're finding sand and more sand. Felicia, it's almost like because you're using mold earth, you're just bypassing things and like throwing them into a bigger sand pile that you haven't looked through.
I look at Felicia and say, you know, instead of just flinging it like that, maybe take time to look through it. You might find something.
Hey, Bitsy, get one of those sifters over there. Let's sift some of the sand.
Oh, okay. And Bitsy will grab a sifter and kind of go over to the piles that Felicia has made to start looking through them. Oh God. Hold on one second. There we go. Let me pull up Bitsy's. Bitsy, where are you? Where the fuck did I put this shit? Sorry, give me 1 second. I didn't previously pull up Bitsy's sheet, and now I am trying to find it.
Don't worry.
Eh. Bitch, where did I put you? Dear God. There she is. Bitsy looks like she's using the sifter the way that Ulrich showed you guys how to use it, but she's not using it in the right spots. But she looks very happy to be there.
Are you finding anything, Betsy?
I am finding a ton of sand. It's actually quite fun.
Well, maybe if you go over and get some of the sand where Felicia is, maybe you could find something over there.
Oh, am I
You see that big pile there behind her?
in the wrong part of sand?
No, it just maybe her sand has more in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. And I kind of get, at this point in time, I feel like Gwenny is going to do the average teenager thing of getting discouraged,
I'm not
grabbing her
good at
water
this, so
bottle.
fuck it.
Right, grabbing her water bottle, taking a sip out of the water bottle, and then proceeding to pour the water onto the sand and make sandcastles.
Okay, there we go. All right.
And I look at the group, raise my head, and say, "Person 3,
Yes, sir.
can we get some lemonade here?"
Of course, sir. And you see him marching off towards your personal tent.
4 glasses and a full pitcher.
Aye, aye. And Ulrich, the next time you know, go to dig or you start to sift, you catch a glint. And
Okay.
you realize that, weirdly enough, 2 swords have been found. Not by you. Obviously the first one was by the bros, but you're uncovering a blade, and it's stuffed pretty deep into the sand. You're only seeing like the first 3 inches of the tip of it. Just the tip. Shut up, Alex.
It's interesting. And I start getting closer in to kind of chisel, scrape more sand away, chisel some of the rock off. I'm assuming it's a mix of sand and rock. Like you'd normally find in a dig site like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the obviously that first 6 inches is mostly sand, but as you get deeper, you're realizing like, okay, this is a pretty substantially long sword, and it is stuck in the rock as well.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a long-term project.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gwynny, you are effectively making sandcastles, and Bitsy is still attempting to sift. Hold on, let me just give her one more try here.
I'm using mending to pile the sand and make it stick on top of its weight, so that it, will do impossible things for sand.
Uh-huh. You're building an impressive like little sand castle town thing.
Right.
And
Not accomplished a damn thing.
Bitsy, neither is Bitsy. She got a nat 1, so she walked right past the pile that you showed her that she maybe should be sifting through, and she's now on the opposite side of it, sifting through just more dead sand.
And I'm not paying any attention, so I didn't see it.
This is a very productive dig.
It's very us.
Yeah.
It's very us.
Felicia, have you decided to, like, are you still using mold earth, or are you taking Ulrich's advice to use maybe, a shovel or a sifter?
Taking Ulrich's advice, and I'm doing the mold earth and like slowly like the sands of time going through the sifter. So I'm like holding the sifter underneath and doing the magic, and then just sifting it out as it comes down.
Like
Okay.
sand through flower boots. So a day for luck.
Okay, since you are Since you are taking direction, go ahead and roll investigation again at advantage. God. You people.
I mean, we don't have the cat
17.
in here. Not using it as a cat box.
Thank God for that. Thank God you
And
have
we
a
Oh,
did.
look. I
7-foot cat
found
just
cat
taking a
shit.
shit in the sand. All right, so with a 17, you've been doing mold earth into your sifter, and the third or fourth time you do it, you start sifting, and you realize that something is completely blocking the holes in the bottom of the sifter. You still have got like a pretty good amount of sand in it, but for whatever reason, as you're shaking it back and forth, the sand isn't filtering out through the bottom.
I'm gonna dump it out. And, man, I think the sifter's broken, and I'm gonna dump it, and, oh shit, there's something here.
Don't you
Did you find something?
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you find? I'm going to look up and my sandcastle's going to fall down. Oh, fuck.
And you realize that there is an incredibly ugly turtleneck just that was blocking the bottom of the sifter.
Oh my god, I found upside down Bob's turtleneck.
Wow. And that's going to sort of renew my interest. And I will take the sifter and start sifting through the pile of sand that I pointed Bitsy through. Not correcting Bitsy. I'm just going to let her go on sifting dead sand.
All right, hold on one second. I just want to give you a picture of the turtleneck you have found. Also,
That is an ugly turtleneck.
that is upside down Bob or inside out Bob. That's him. that's what that canon.
That's
That's what he looks
totally
like.
Bob.
It's Bob.
It fits so hard.
All right, Gwynny. Now that you're doing a thing and you're doing it correctly, go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Holy shit, she can be taught.
Sometimes you can lead the Gwynny to sand, but you cannot make her dig. Oh.
That would be a total of 8 with a passive of 11.
So you had this like renewed sense of I can do it.
Teenager.
You're not finding anything. It's just you might find like a colorful rock, but it's not anything special.
God damn it, this sand just gets everywhere, don't it? It's not half making my butt itch.
Is that
Welcome to archaeology, young one.
and you see like Bitsy has kind of abandoned her sifting and she's just kind of like she hears you say it makes your butt itch and she like pauses as she's scratching her ass and she's like, "Is that what I'm experiencing? It's the
Yeah,
sand?"
it's sand where it doesn't belong.
Oh.
Felicia, darling, I'm tired, and there's a shit ton of sand here. I vote that Bitsy and I go get showers, and I don't know if you shower or not, but maybe dust off a little bit. Let's call it a night or a day or whatever. Rest up. We can do a little bit of this more tomorrow, okay?
Sounds fine with me.
All right. You
Good
found the important
night.
thing. You found the turtleneck for Bob.
You know what? I'm gonna put this in a fucking box with a bow, and maybe I'll give it to Elizabeth, and she could give it to him. You know, like a welcome to the circus gift.
I think that's a great idea. If you talk to God, what's her name at the ticket booth?
Polly.
You talk to Polly. She probably has a box. She takes all of our deliveries there at the gate.
You know what? I think that maybe I'll just have Polly give it to him. She'll be able to tell who he is. I mean,
Oh,
he's probably
I'm
wearing his
sure.
shirt inside out right now.
Right? Bless Elizabeth for putting up with that.
Well, she really got she likes him. Okay, good night, Ulrich. And
Good
I'm
night.
gonna.
Good night, Alec.
Yeah, I'll be a bit longer. I've got something. I've got something here.
What you got? I kind of look over his shoulder.
Take a look.
That looks sharp. What is that?
Looks like a sword to me.
You found another sword. Fuck you. You found a sword. I found a bit of a colored rock, and she found a goddamn turtleneck. Fuck you. And I just go stomping out of the tent.
Welcome to archaeology.
Archaeology.
Oh my god. All right. Uh, real quick.
Tell me that is a teenage girl reaction.
That is
And tell me that
amazing.
is a college professor reaction.
And then Felicia's just got dumb luck.
I don't know why, but I feel like I should have been looking for a burrito.
Right? Archaeology! Burrito!
So, hey,
Yes.
What?
right as they're leaving, Dilly's gonna walk in.
Oh, hey, Dilly.
Hello.
Ulrich found a sword. Felicia found a turtleneck. I found this rock, and I throw it at him.
What's the roll? Perception?
Oh, is he sneaking in?
No. What's the roll to find shit? Is it perception?
Investigation.
I'll roll it.
Ooh. Are you going straight to the dig site essentially then?
No, I just walk in and roll a 21.
All right.
Sure.
Then.
Yes.
Give me a moment. Well, yeah. So while you walk in, Gwynny has just thrown a rock at you. Go ahead.
Did I find a sword? That'd be great.
No.
Well, let us find a dagger.
Well, I was gonna go ahead, Gwynny, and roll a ranged attack. Don't worry about rolling damage. Just you're throwing a rock at Dilly because you're pissed off. Let's see if it hits.
Hey,
All right, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
If I disconnect, I'll be right back.
No, you're fine. I need to pull up this thingy real quick. Boom. And Dilly, go ahead and roll a D100.
I'll do that in chat.
Okay.
So 8, it doesn't hit him. As a matter of fact, it was a nat 1. I think it pings off of the tent behind him.
Man, why can't I ever get hit as a monk with a ranged weapon?
You throw it and it pings off the tent flap behind him and ricochets and hits you square in the forehead.
Oh man, deflect missiles is so OP. I've used it one fucking time the entire time I've played D&D. Deflect missiles is so cool.
Oh my god. So let me see.
I only play a monk to use the fucking deflect missiles.
Oh,
I chose monk in the first time. I'm over it. I'm good.
Are you though?
Shut up.
All right, you have found. Well, so you haven't actually found it because you just walked in and you haven't dug anywhere, but you get an immediate like mental ping.
I felt like I just walked in and looked down and I was like, oh look.
Oh god.
Right. We had already dug it up. We just fucking couldn't see it in the direction.
Yeah, like right on the edge of the dig site. So like maybe 6 feet away from your feet. You immediately know that if you just kind of put your hand in the sand on the edge of the dig site, you're gonna find something.
Sure. What do I find?
You
Look at this.
find Helen's earring. It is an earring that telepathically describes whatever is visible in front of the wearer, whether they can see it or not. It grants
Oh,
60 feet of blind sight. I feel like that's a weird fucking word. That
Blind sight is when you can
blindside.
perceive things
Jesus.
without seeing them.
well, there you go.
It gives you 60 feet of blind sight.
Yeah.
Dawned immediately.
Here, let me put the description in there for you. Made by a child prodigy for their blind mother who worked tirelessly in order to pay for their magical education. And as you touch it, like you can sense that this is exactly what it is. You know what it does, and you know that it was made by a child. Like just straight up child labor.
That's okay.
Is that
I
something
mean, I
that
know all.
was intent
Huh?
when you did something? You learn the history behind it.
Yeah, is that a feature of the tent? When you dig something up, you learn the history behind it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Not for everything, because some things don't have much history aside from a blacksmith made it. But this one has history.
Like blacksmith made this X amount of years ago, something like
Helen's
that.
earring. Where did you get that?
Where did I get that?
Yeah. Like what
Uh,
source?
I can send you the link. It's a
Well, was it beyond? Was it
no.
out of? Okay, that's all.
It's
That's fine.
okay. Yeah,
I'll look for it
it's
later.
a list of 100 strange but useful magical items.
Um, Dippy,
Yes,
I got hit in the head with my own rock.
yes, you did, dear.
I'm scrubbing at my head, and I did not realize it, but it is bleeding because scalp wound. And Dippy says, "Oh, I found something," and I look at him, and he sees me with blood dripping down my face, pooling in my eye.
Oh yeah, Dilly, your sister, is bleeding from her head.
Oh, better than throw rocks, Gwynny. You've never been very good at it.
You fucker! And
Look
I'm
what
going to
I
throw the
found.
rock at him. And I'm going to throw the rock at him again.
Yes.
Roll attack.
It's gonna miss.
God. If it misses again, we might not see Gwynny for the rest of the night.
It
It's going to
totally
miss.
misses. It missed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a nat one though, so it
No.
hits the tent flap again and just kind of falls down into the sand.
And she stomps her foot and stomps out of the tent back to her own tent. Not the fortune telling tent, her private tent.
But Gwynny, please wait.
What?
I've spoken with Joel,
Oh God, what
and
did he say now? Did he yell at you?
of course not. Who would dare yell at me other than you?
Fair enough. What
And
did he
well,
say?
maybe Felicia, but she can't really yell very loud because
I don't know, I heard her yell pretty loud.
we need to go. We need to go to my
Go,
castle.
go to your castle. Why do we need to go to your castle? I'm
Do I
tired.
have access to that private thing?
Oh, the hut in the tree.
Yeah.
If you ask Joel, he will absolutely give you access to it.
Do you mind if we retcon that I did that?
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you can 100% go down there. Let's just say Dilly essentially before they left asked him if he could access it for later chats with the others.
Okay, cool. Well, you're tired.
I'm tired. I got sand in the crack of my ass and other places I don't want to talk about, and I'm bleeding.
We'll go clean up.
All right.
Meet me in my tent.
Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. Just let me get a shower, okay?
Yes.
And Bitsy kind of comes up behind you, Gwynny, and um, can we go to the bathhouse and you can teach me how to get the sand out of everywhere?
Yes. Come on, Bitsy. I'll help you.
Bitsy,
Yes.
I'd like to speak to you a moment.
Oh, all right. And you can see her like almost like
I'll walk with you.
she's like picking a wedgie as she's like waddling between you guys. What is it, dear?
So, how do you like? Have you've been in this form for a while now? How do you like it?
Oh, well, it's very squishy and it's warm.
Yes,
Um,
warm is good.
I am still having a little bit of trouble figuring out when to go to the bathroom because you sometimes
Oh,
feel it, but then you feel like you can wait, but then you can't wait that long.
well, maybe a happy medium.
I'm figuring that part out.
Good luck.
Well, thank you. Otherwise,
Uh,
it's quite nice. I sometimes smell bad, but that's what baths are for. And
and
what else? Oh, being hungry is not fun.
well, we have plenty of food.
Yes, that's why I'm getting so squishy.
I think you look marvelous.
Oh, well,
I just wanted to make sure that it was kind of a rash decision. We did it quickly, and now you're alive.
well, yes. Breathing was
Thank you.
fun to figure out too.
Look like you've got it down.
I would hope so. Otherwise, I don't think I would be here.
Right. Well, do enjoy your bath because you do stink,
Yes, I know.
but it's nice to smell you.
Um, thank
Yes. And Dilly will just split off and go to his Destiny tent.
Felicia, you coming with us to the bathhouse?
Who?
Felicia.
No.
Oh, yeah.
All
I
right.
got,
I feel like it's going to take both of us to get her clean.
you.
it probably will.
Does Felicia actually get wet though without like dissolving?
I'm gonna say yes,
Uh,
she can get wet without dissolving, just because I'm not making anyone roll for that shit.
Do not
roll
get wet.
roll to see if you dissolve.
I like it.
And Felicia, like, are you gonna ask Gwynny and Bitsy to wait while you hand off the the ugly turtleneck to Polly?
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Okay.
Because, it's just daytime and we can do that later.
All right. In that case, you guys are headed up to the bathhouse. Um, and it does take both of you to get Bitsy clean. She has not mastered the art of getting between the cracks, so to speak. So there's a little bit more waiting for you than you were expecting, other than sand. But it all turns out well.
Bitsy, dear,
Yes.
you need to bathe once a day. Until you get the hang of it, I will help you, but once a day, without fail, okay?
Oh, well, of course. Yes, I can do that.
And remember to go to the bathroom before you have to go to the bathroom.
I'm well, I'm still working on it because when you feel it, then isn't that you have to go, or is that just like a warning sign
Can you set yourself an alarm?
to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, why don't you just set yourself an alarm to go every 2 hours while you're awake?
right. I can do that.
Okay, if you'll do that, you'll find you'll stay a lot cleaner and you'll be happier. You'll feel better.
Oh, well, thank you, Quinny. Thank you. I remember when we
Okay?
used to bathe you and Dilly. Dilly was very hard to get into the water.
Yeah, I remember that too. He did scar up the bathroom a lot. There
Well,
were big old gouges on the wall.
yes. Yes, there were. I'm glad he can bathe himself now.
Oh, yeah, he does a good job of it.
And your bath time passes, you know, relatively uneventfully, aside from the Bitsy debacle.
But I joined Dilly in his tent. I tell Felicia where I'm going and tell her that she could come along if she wants to, but I'm going to Dilly's tent because he wants to tell me something. But then after that, I'm going right to bed, and I tell Bitsy to go on bed.
Felicia absolutely should be there too.
Okay, well then I drag Felicia with me. Bogey has opinions.
Here we go. Bogey's hug.
So what you doing after your bath?
Yeah. Well, we're talking to Dilly about something. I don't know exactly what. He went to see Joel, and he said he got some information, which, I mean, shocks me because nobody ever gets information out of Joel. But if Dilly did it, I'm happy that he did. Yay, Dilly! That said, extraordinarily resentfully.
Uh-huh.
Aww.
Because Squiddy feels like she's the reasonable one, and she really, really resents the fact that Joel talked to Dilly and not her.
All right. So you finish up your bath. Felicia, are you following her to Dilly's tent?
Yeah.
Okay, and Dilly, what are you doing as they get inside? Oh my god.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Um, he'll just be like lounging, having
I'm sorry. He's doing what?
tea. He's lounging, just waiting.
Okay. And ladies, as you enter, you see Antoine.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to calm down.
Oh, you're fine. Take a minute.
Shush, take it for a walk.
Are all of the things still outside?
Steven's gonna take him for a walk.
Okay, we can take a quick break while Bogey gets his walk in.
Yeah, because
Please.
technically Steven should be there too, so.
Yeah, okay, if you don't mind, Steven, he needs a walk.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not a problem.
I'm kind of eating dinner too. Trying not to chew loudly.
God damn, Bogey was at it tonight, right?
Oh my god. I love Bogey.
He'll be fine.
Pain in the ass, puppy.
Alrighty, let me make sure I got my notes in order.
I think it's
He
good.
started in on that shit because I was brushing some gunk out
It's
of his
tender
back,
still, though.
on his back,
Oh.
and it was all like it just set him off for whatever reason.
Almost needs a little bit of salt, but I'm good without it.
I'm gonna make Tostitos in a minute.
Yum. Paula made a pot roast.
Ooh. Nom nom.
The top sirloin.
Well, I think it was a sirloin, but whatever. All the same. It's delicious.
Top brown.
And we got really good. I got some really good horseradish too. Nom, nom, nom.
I don't think I've ever had horseradish.
It's pungent and spicy.
I probably won't like horseradish.
Probably. It's an acquired taste. I think it's delicious. And it has this thing where it kind of kicks back, and you can you taste it with your nose almost.
Yeah, my body does, like, it's a hit or a miss for spicy food.
It tastes more bite than spice.
Okay. I know I have a jar of it in my pantry. I've just never opened it. It was
Do you like
for
For
radishes?
making.
well, it was for a recipe that I never got around to making, and now it's just there.
Do you like radishes?
No.
Do you like cocktail sauce?
Yeah.
That's what I
Cocktail
use mine
sauce,
in.
technically ketchup and horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's very good with cocktail shrimp, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I even eat fish with it.
Paula eats it on her fish. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't
Ugh.
like
Ketchup
tartar
on
sauce.
fish.
Ugh.
I love tartar sauce.
You might like
That's
HP
'cause
sauce if you don't like tartar sauce.
What
mm-mm.
is that?
It's like
That's from Heinz.
it's like vinegary.
Hmm.
Alex and his mom love it. I'm not a huge fan. Like, the best way I can describe it is like vinegary barbecue sauce for fish,
Oh,
but like
that doesn't help.
not barbecue sauce. Like, it's just got that like consistency, and it's got some like brown. I'm doing a very bad job of explaining.
Yeah, it's not sounding good at all to me. I'll just stick to fried fish and some tartar sauce.
You and me both, man.
That's it. I'm good. I'm not a big fish fan anyway, so.
Dude,
I got
What fish are we
so
talking about you don't like?
What?
What fish were you talking about that you don't like?
No fish in particular.
Okay.
I
You said something that
only
sounded good to
eat.
you.
I'm picky as fuck. I eat fish sticks and the yellow dude fucking
Oh yeah.
box
Yes.
frozen fish patties, but that's it. Oh, and tuna.
Well,
I'm picky as fuck and won't eat anything that's fresh. It's fresh water. I gotta have saltwater fish or nothing.
Okay.
I had a really bad fish experience, and
I
I
know.
can't oh.
This one time I was hanging with my homeboy, and we were in an alley smoking a blunt, and there was these stairs that went up into this building, and we went up it, and we accidentally walked into a fish concert. Oh,
I don't
it's
mean
terrible.
that this bowl.
Oh, sorry. It had no tartar sauce anywhere.
I just got really upset when we went to Ireland, and I got fish and chips with what it's spelled the same, tartar sauce, but it's tartar, which is just not tartar sauce.
It's not.
And it was awful. But I learned my lesson, so now I know.
Isn't fish tartare sushi?
Well, in Ireland, there's no such thing as tartar sauce as we know it in America. It's called tartar sauce, and it's basically like just really bitter and saturated in vinegar.
Ah, okay.
And there's no
Oh,
relish, which makes it even worse.
just vinegar on fish is just like, no. No.
I don't mind it.
It has to be the right kind
Ugh.
of vinegar, though, and it has to be cooked
It's
the
gotta
right
be malt
way.
vinegar and it's
I'm
gotta
probably
be
not
just a
eating
little
fish
bit.
unless it's fucking fried anyway.
Same.
So there's no place for vinegar on a fried food unless it's like
Wait.
cauliflower or something.
Malt vinegar on like some good
Fries is
steak
delicious.
fries, yes.
Mm-hmm. Would you say, Paula? No, I didn't make coffee.
My favorite fast food way of eating
No.
fish is the grilled fish tacos that we used to get. But
Nope.
I've given up hope of ever having one of those again.
I'm a taco
Nope.
purist. It has to be beef or chicken, and it has to have all the Mexican ingredients.
I mean, fish tacos are very, very Mexican. They're just about as purist as you can get. Grilled
I
fish
don't care.
tacos are incredibly Mexican.
Fish doesn't belong in a
Ugh.
tortilla.
It absolutely does. When a tortilla is your only bread, and you live on the Pacific Coast, like in Baja California, or you're on the Yucatan Peninsula, absolutely it belongs on a tortilla. Fish taco is 1,000% 1,000% authentic.
I reject this
With some,
All
reality.
right, and your ethics are fucked up.
with some queso fresco and a little teeny bit of coleslaw, some
Ugh.
cilantro and some salsa. Oh my
That's
god,
how
it's so good.
dictatorships get started, putting fish in
Ugh.
tacos, and then next thing you know, everyone's just doing what the fuck they want.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh
Little
my
little,
god.
little grilled red snapper or halibut on a fish taco? Yes, please.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
Nope.
It's a West Coast thing.
Clearly.
It's
I'm
a West Coast thing.
I'm just on my porch shaking my damn head.
Don't
Probably
knock it till
causes
you try it.
cancer
It's fucking good.
I have tried
since it's a
it.
West Coast thing.
I've definitely tried fish tacos and shrimp tacos, and I'm just like, nah, bro.
Fish tacos cause cancer.
Tacos mariscos.
Oh my god.
Muy grosso.
Muy grosso.
That just means they fat tacos, baby.
I know what it means.
I took French, not Spanish.
Yo
they
hablo
they
poquito.
thick.
Wild.
Yes, sir.
Cállate tu boca grande.
Guajalote.
We playing D&D or what?
Is everyone back? Are we good? Is Bogey happy?
Oh, he'll let us know when we start playing.
All right. So quick meta
I
question:
like the flavor look of the pasta.
does
That's
Dilly want Ulrich to come with them?
Yes, because he's a part of the circus now.
Okay, so if you
He's
if you or
found.
Gwynny wanna message him before things kick off.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, please contact your friend and have him come over.
You could contact him yourself. You just called him and he answered you.
Oh, okay.
When he has
Oh,
a
Rick, come
fat
to
ass.
my tent, please.
All
Your
right.
attitude. Jeez.
Give me 5
You're
minutes.
so grumpy.
I'm tired. I told you I was tired.
We've been tired, Gwynny. Suck it up.
Oh God.
Fuck you.
There's a
Person
girl.
calling?
That's better.
What was that, Ulrich?
Calling for the fourth Bertrand.
Yes,
Bertrand
sir.
number 4.
Any?
Can you
Yes.
make a? While I'm gone, can you build a kind of little enclosure around this sword I'm digging up and say employee only?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm marking that off to say it's a private thing. You keep customers out of it for tomorrow.
Not a problem, sir.
All right, thank you. And I'm gonna start making my way towards Dilly's tent.
All
I
right.
feel like Winnie and Felicia are walking in right about the same time Ulrich is.
Yeah, they got there maybe like 2 minutes before he did.
Fine. What have you got to... All right, if we're going to have to talk, I got to stay awake. Antoine!
Anton,
Yes.
make her a double
Coffee.
espresso, please.
No. I don't want to stay awake that long. Irish coffee,
Excuse
please.
me. Whatever Grumpy Butt wants.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Irish coffee. Does anyone else feel thirsty?
I'll definitely have some.
And you, large elephant man, do you want anything?
Yeah, I asked for a whiskey on the rocks.
Oh, I can do that. Yes. And he makes everything for everybody, and as it's getting as each drink is being completed and put on the bar, Tara Lynn comes out and grabs each drink one at a time and hands them out.
Thank you, Tara Lynn.
She still creeps me out, man.
Dilly, you need to give her a tip. She's doing really good. She didn't spill
Oh,
my
yes.
coffee on me this time.
Oh, we're coming to an agreement, Tara and I.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
And Tara Lynn kind of winks at Dilly and then disappears into the back room after all the drinks have been served.
All right,
So,
now do
when
we
you're
need to
ready,
do the HUD again, or can we just talk in here and not worry about them overhearing us?
what?
Well,
Did
last
you
time we
know?
talked, Quinny or Felicia put up a place for us to talk. Remember? And I wink at him like a really over exaggerated
Oh,
wink
let's
with
save
the.
that. Grab your
All
drinks,
right.
follow me. And Dealey will take him to the little back room in his tent, open the door, and you'll walk right over to the mirror and step right into it.
Tara Lynn is standing beside the mirror and she's over exaggeratedly ushering everyone towards it. like she's on, she's standing outside of a carnival ride, step right up, everyone in.
Hey.
Everyone in. Okay. I'm
Where
gonna
are you
go in.
taking us, Lee?
Well, you'll step out into Dilly's castle.
And I don't make any comment because I've been here before.
I think everybody has.
And
Yeah.
not everybody. I don't think Ulrich's been.
Oh, well, you'll come out as you step through. You're in this
Oh,
huge.
sorry, quick meta. Ulrich was there when it was still Joel's cabin. He hasn't been there since you changed it into your castle.
Okay. Well, basically, it's just you step into a huge, black onyx cathedral-like antechamber that's obnoxiously large, and it's just one huge room.
Bit much, ain't it?
Yeah, he
Yes.
needs some help with decorating, I think. But I haven't had time or inclination, and he should have asking for help. So, it'll get done when it gets done.
Help! It's exactly how I want it.
Plus, his taste is all in his mouth, clearly.
Yeah, they throw home.
The love. Follow
Ulrich's
me,
not very impressed. He's just.
and Billy will lead them out with their footsteps echoing obnoxiously loud, except for Dilly's. Out the door to the elevator.
Why didn't we just go to the elevator?
More fun.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just bring up the buttons and push that button where the tiny hut is.
And
These things is
oddly,
new.
it's not in the same line as your normal buttons. You actually have to. I mean, you saw where Joel pressed it on one of the panels in the elevator, and that's still its location.
Right, okay. And then when we
New.
exit, it'll plummet, come to a soft stop, and when we come out into a tiny hut. Yes. New, improved, I guess.
Huh. Did you make this?
I did not. Apparently, there are many, many more rooms and places in this tree that we have no control over.
Well, now that we know we're completely stuck here, we can explore them, I guess.
Yes, that is why we're here.
Okay. Not going to happen today. The only thing that's going to happen today is me sleeping.
Right. Well, I need you to focus, because this is real shit, Gwynny.
All right.
First of all, I no longer have a soul.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. My cards told me. Fuck it. God damn it. What did you do? You made a deal with one of those assholes, didn't you?
Yes,
Which one?
Mr. A.
Why?
To attempt to save everyone.
You ass. Did I ask you to do that? Did I tell you to save me at the cost of your fucking soul?
No, but I don't also
Then
need
why
your
the fuck did
permission.
you do it?
I don't need your permission to try to save anyone,
You
including
don't need
you.
you too need my permission to use your body or your soul or your heart or your whatever to try to save me.
All right, then. It's redeemable. Because I may have made a
Fucking
mistake.
believe it's redeemable.
Well, then,
What do we need to do?
it appears I'm the only player. I inadvertently gave us both advantage and disadvantage. I have a plan. Well, it's either we kill Mr. H, or you or someone willing gives him a soul to balance it out. That's how it works.
We kill him. Nobody else is losing a soul and you're getting yours back.
I don't need it.
I don't care
It's
whether you
fine.
need it or not, you're getting it back.
Well, we'll address that at the right time. Let's first get us all out of this. It's the only reason I did it, Winnie. To save those I care about.
Yeah, I understand that, but you
Alicia,
could have asked
the
me
people that
first.
work here. I could have, but I didn't.
Stop! Stop looking at
Do
me.
I regret it? Perhaps. But it is done.
And I haul off and hit him as hard as I can.
Roll unarmed attack.
She can hit. It's fine.
Oh,
No need.
okay.
We'll just take it.
Stop. Go lay down.
She's used to her fits. And they think I have anger issues.
It's 5 points of damage.
The world doesn't even know. Anyway. Are you quite finished?
No. But ow.
All right.
And I'm shaking my hand. Definitely hit a rib. Can't hit any higher. I'm not tall enough.
Yeah, no, you basically just hit like a very strong hip bone.
Joe has indicated that they're all in on this to help us.
Joel and Gloria are going to help us?
Yes.
Hell froze over and the moon fell out of the sky.
Well, the bait to get Mr. H with us will be you, Felicia.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
Oh, I see. He's going to use her and Gloria to get Mr. H here, and then we kill him?
No. Well, Gloria will facilitate this encounter, but the debate is a little bit in Felicia.
All right.
I don't think I get what you mean.
I don't understand how you are the bait either, but Mr. H is
I think I do.
enamored and infatuated with the both of you.
Remember that card I read for you, Felicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I said that the lightning in the bottle was like your power coming to you. I
Uh-huh.
think he's the lightning and you're the bottle.
Oh. Well, that's a little weird, but okay.
So I
I'm
think
in.
he would go anywhere he thought that he could get a control of you and little Git. So if you play like you'll let him do that, but don't let him do it. You play like you'll let him do that, then we can kill him.
You know, remember the encounter we had? And, Meta, we, who did we almost kill at that point? That was Mr.
That
A.
was Mr. A.
That was Mr. A,
No,
right?
it was H.
No,
Or
it's
Mr.
not.
H.
It
Who was it?
We almost killed Mr. H.
was it Mr. H?
I'm pretty
Yep.
sure it was.
You ambushed the white
Mr.
one.
H.
No, we ambushed we ambushed Hector.
That's right. You did ambush Hector.
No, no,
You're right. You're right.
Yep. We ambushed Hector because it was in Gloria's house, and he came because it was Gloria.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Well, A came afterwards to laugh at him for getting ambushed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have it the other way.
What was that?
I'm pretty sure you guys have it the other way around. The Mr. H, the black one, laughed at Mr. A for getting his ass kicked. Mr. A was the pussy, the pansy and white.
Let me try to find the note.
Hold on. There was a confrontation somewhat with Locke, and Mr. H made an appearance, in which Dilly beat the shit out of him, and Gwenny
Oh, yes.
had him against the ropes, and then he disappeared. But before he disappeared, Mr. A appeared and laughed and left as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was Mr. H who you guys almost killed.
Could be remembering wrong. Ulrich is standing right there listening to all this, right?
Oh yeah, you're all in the tiny hut thing.
Okay. Oh, at this point, Ulrich's going to speak up and say, "Excuse me. There's one
Yes.
thing I think you guys are forgetting.
What's
I
that?
don't think these two care about injuries.
That's where you're wrong.
Meta,
got
real
something
quick, this is
special.
in one of the domains of dread, right?
We'll see, Ulrich. I found out much about Mr. A and Mr. H, and they are very, indeed, mortal.
They're not Dark Lords yet.
They are not gods.
Oh, they're not gods. They're
In fact, I almost killed Mr. H at one point.
family.
You had some help.
And what's he like now?
It wasn't just me.
And what's he like now?
Not any different now than he was then.
Mostly missing. We haven't seen him much.
That's why they don't make appearances often. And now they are afraid of us.
And quick
I think
meta.
you're underestimating.
Well, quick meta. This is the conversation that you guys missed because Bogey barks. So he's explaining what he was talking to Joel about.
Okay.
Perhaps. But I know what I'm capable of. And let me tell you, I'm capable of far more than I even know.
That's true. That's true. From what I can see, that's very true. However, we don't know what they're fully capable of.
Joel does, and so does Gloria.
And it won't take me long to find out. One hit, and I will know. Dilly is Monk of the Cobalt Soul.
Oh yeah, so you have that extract aspect.
Extracting. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I'm tired. I don't want to be a slave. And I'd rather die trying to be free than do nothing. So you all can do as
Cheers
you
to
wish.
that.
But I aimed to put Mr. H, and he's going to see him start to fondle his buttons in one of these. We may
Oh,
not be able to kill him, but I sure can send him somewhere else.
So what does that do to Mr. A? Does that
There's
mean
no
he
game
takes
without
you?
both.
yeah, there's no game if there's not two of them. And he's got no reason to keep us here. To freedom or die
Bust.
trying? And I raised my cup of coffee.
Mhm.
Hell, I tried doing this the nice way.
There is no nice way, Ulrich. We grew up here. We were born to do this.
And
You,
I clinked my
sadly, have
glass
been
with Ulrich's.
entangled in our mess, and I'm sorry for that. But I vow to
Now,
die to get you free.
I've tried handling things like this the polite way.
Hmm.
Mother, Mother did ask me to do that to try and be civilized about this kind of thing, but never was very good at that. And you can see if you look deep in Ulrich's eyes, there's
Ah,
a
I'd like to
fire.
see you truly angry, Ulrich.
Who
That
knows?
sounds
You just might.
terrifying.
Yes.
You can see a kind of dark fire starting to burn in Ulrich's eyes.
That's what we need right there.
You need Ares then. All right.
To freedom, trying. And I lift my cup.
And Dilly, of course, brought his teacup, so. Tink.
And if death rides, then let ride after us.
Ulrich takes his cup.
Yep.
Tink.
Let's ride.
All right. And as you're all kind of, you make your toast and you've all got this like nice feeling of like camaraderie and almost like the sense like we're going to war but we're doing it together. And as you all kind of shuffle back into the elevator, Dilly, you hear somewhere in the back of your head, "Mom? Mom, there's a lady watching you."
Who
She
is this?
looks. Oh, you're not my mom.
Who
Who are
is
you?
this?
This, this
You
is.
called me.
Well, why do you.
You called me.
Why do you have my mom's earring? What did you do to my mom?
I did nothing. I found it.
Oh, um, did you know there's a lady watching you?
Where?
Just behind you? I don't I don't think she can hear you, but she's been watching you.
I'm going to turn around and look.
And unfortunately, the earring doesn't give you a visual, but this voice starts describing, well, I mean, she's a really pretty but kind of angry looking cat lady.
Where is she?
Right there. She's just right there. Are you in a bubble? It seems like you're in a bubble. And she's right on the outside of it, but she's been
Of course
watching
I've been a
you.
bubble. Well, thank you, little friend.
You're welcome. My name is Liza. What's your name?
Dilly.
Hi, Dilly. You're not my mom, but
Hello.
I guess.
Where are you, Liza?
Oh, I'm in the White City. I'm at the orphanage.
I see.
I clean
What
here.
orphanage?
I don't. Is there more than one?
Well, there's many. But, you know, I actually take care of an orphanage.
Well, that's
My
nice.
sister's at that one still, right? I forgot
Yes.
her name.
I'm gonna have to look
No.
up her name
Oh,
again. But yeah, no, your sister is like the janitor there. I can't remember her name, but
Oh,
Liza literally
do you
just
know
said,
so and so?
"What?
do you
Do
know
you know
so and
so and
so?
so? Can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, I help her clean."
Oh, do you?
Yep, that's how I make
Well,
money.
do me a favor and tell her of this angry cat person you see. But keep it a secret between you and her. Can you do that?
Well, if it's a secret between me and her, wouldn't I have broken it by telling you?
Well, let me rephrase. It will be a secret just between us for now.
Okay, I'm really good at keeping secrets.
I bet you are.
Okay, I have to go eat dinner
Yeah.
now. Bye.
All right. Goodbye.
And her voice disappears from the back of your
Oh,
head.
Did you know you were talking to yourself?
well, no, but yes.
You
This
said Liza. Who's Liza? Did you meet someone?
apparently, and he's gonna reach up and kind of touch the earring. This has a connection to
Oh, you
someone in the
found
city.
something. You got that
Yes.
in Ulrich's head, didn't you?
Yes.
I got a
Eliza.
lousy piece of rock, and you got that.
Ginny.
God
I'm
damn it.
sorry.
Now just stomp into the elevator and push the button for my floor and stomp to my tent and lock it behind me.
Wow. Puppy.
All right.
And thankfully, the
Uh,
the way that the elevator works, she can press her button and the elevator doors kind of close and take her up, but there are still elevator doors that you all can go back into. It's an infinite elevator.
other folks still heard me talking to myself ish. Because we're all in the elevator.
Okay, yeah. Well, you were just outside of it. She caught you right before you got on. So if anything, you're kind of left in the tiny hut for a second before another elevator door appears.
Just do that. All right.
All right,
I'm
Felicia.
sorry. Teenager slamming off in a hut is a given thing.
Yep, yep. Ulrich and Felicia, since you guys are in the we're in the elevator with Gwynny, are you going back to your private tents at this point?
Yeah, Al's gonna go back to working on that sword.
Okay, and as you re-enter your dig site part of your tent, you realize that Bertrand 4 has absolutely set up like an opaque kind of glass enclosure around the sword that has like caution tape all around it, but it's just instead of saying caution, it just says employees only.
Okay. Can I remove the enclosure or?
I mean, you can definitely basically just walk through it.
Okay, so it's like a little glass house thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Felicia, you're going to your tent and going to bed? Or what did you want to do something else before that?
No, bed sounds good.
Okay. And Dilly, when the next elevator door opens up for you, are you going to bed or what are you doing?
Oh, he's gonna go to his castle, or no, he's gonna go to his tent, back to his little room workshop,
Mhm.
and pull this like tarp off this marionette he's working on.
Okay.
Start working on it.
All
And if you
right.
look at it, it has the beginnings of looking like an updated version of the old Bitsy.
Aw, okay. And with that, I'm gonna say, because you guys still have the entire, well, half the day before the circus opens again, everyone can go ahead and take a long rest, and that is where we're closing for the night.
Yay!
Yay!
Huzzah! We did it!